Hello everybody, Kyle here, bringing you another viewer battle. Now this one sadly isn't going to be live because it was kind of unexpected, so I wasn't prepared. I actually probably could have got the mic and everything set up in order to do it, but I played a best of 3 against Scaryball, who you might recognize. Scaryball is now a viewer and part of our little Duelyst family. But Scaryball is the Abyssian that we fought twice in a row on Duelyst Laddering Episode 2 of February 2016. And if anyone's curious where that series went, it's still there. That's kind of just a filler, though, because all of the games that I show on this channel were filmed while I was laddering. So you're always seeing ladder quality games, and now you're always seeing diamond quality games, which is... they're so fun to play. They're so fun. But in these 2 matches that I'm going to show you, me and Scaryball are both in Diamond. Scaryball does have a bit more experience over me, but I was ranked 3 at the time, or 2? I'm ranked 2 now. I think I was ranked 2 at the time, he was ranked 3, so we're right there. And the games are pretty fun. I don't want to spoil who won and who lost, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the recording, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Okay, here's the first match. So, as you can see, Scaryball definitely has more experience than I do. But in this match, I went ahead and I wanted to play this Songhai deck, which in the next Let's Try video, I plan on playing this deck on ladder. I've been playing it in ladder, and it's doing fairly well, so it shouldn't be like a horrible matchup. I went ahead and kept this hand. I figured if he plays any minions in the back, like if he played a minion back here, making it look like he had a third wish in hand, I wanted to just blow it up. And the, the Cyclone Mass will also be really good for picking off those little Pyromancers and anything he might throw in the back. Now here he did a full retreat, which had me excited, because I felt like I definitely could do something here. Obviously, I could do something here. My goal was to clear away his minions. Now he runs Oculus, which I think is pretty cool, actually, in my opinion. So 5 mana would let me destroy the Oculus and kill something with range, which is, of course, what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to replace the Dagger here. You probably should have done that first. But when I got this, I figured why not go ahead and just kill this Jaxi as well, because it'll get me another Phoenix Fire, I believe is what they're called. Yeah, it'll get me another Phoenix Fire, and he'll only have a 1/1 on the board. And I have range, so even if he shoots me with it, you know, blah, blah, blah. It just works out really well. So this opening so far I feel pretty confident in, but it's way too early to call a match either way, of course. But it was going pretty well. I was feeling pretty comfortable. This Songhai deck has been really good. I mean, I don't think it's like unique in any way, shape, or form, but I really enjoy the style. Sadly, Rasha's Curse is going to take away my artifact, and now I won't be able to walk over and just like, or I won't be able to just like throw my swords over there and blow up the Jaxi. And then he killed my my wolf, sadly. My fox. Sorry, my fox. Now, since we have so many Phoenix Fires at our disposal, and yet another fox, I figured I would go ahead and just blow up that 2/2 Jaxi to keep his board clean. Things looking now. Sadly, he's facing me, so getting a backstab on him won't be super easy. There's a chance I'd be able to backstab a minion if he had one, and he's had those Siphon Energies at just the perfect time. Then here comes that Twilight Sorcerer. I'm pretty sure all he can have is Siphon Energy, or he could have a Rasha's Curse actually. But, man, those things, these are so annoying sometimes, from the opponent's point of view. Of course, if you're playing Vitruvian, they're great. I've made some changes to the Vitruvian deck. I might completely overhaul it. I'm not entirely sure. I've also made some changes to... I made one change to my Magmar deck, but I'll show you guys that later. You'll actually see it in the next game, I believe, I play Magmar. Because I always try to, because Magmar is like, that's my main deck. It's, you know, it's like my signature deck is Magmar, so. Now I was trying to think of a good way to kill this, because I didn't want him to be able to third wish it and then have something ridiculous. And of course we don't have Egg-Morph and Metamorphosis. We don't have Siphon Soul or Sunbloom. Like, we don't have that kind of stuff. So we're kind of screwed. I figured I could equip the mask, attack it, and blow it up with Phoenix Fire. I don't really want to be playing this cat. Or monkey, I guess they are. But I need to get something on the board to try to scare him with. I decided against it. I thought, you know what, let's just start going for the damage. Because we're going to need it. And with what we have in hand, there's a good chance that... Oops, I just smacked my microphone so hard. Like, we don't look horrible right now. We're in a pretty good spot. We had to take a bunch of damage from that Twilight Sorcerer, but that's okay. That's not horrible. If he has another Rash's Curse, that would like really suck. I'm pretty sure he does pull one out here, but I could be wrong. He did not. Oh, that's right, the healer. And again, this sucks because the healer is facing me, so I can't backstab her and take her out. Just all the Siphon Souls. Not what I wanted to see. I'm not really entirely sure what I wanted to see, but I wanted to see something that wasn't that. Looking back at it, I really probably should have just kept the Killing Edge and put it on the cat. Or, for me, they're always going to be cats. I'm sorry. I know they're monkeys, but mine are cats. I just really didn't have a good way to do anything here. Like, I'm drawing super bad. My hand is empty. Not the best. Definitely not the best. Dancing Blade is going to take out my board. And about this time, I started to get really worried. Because that's one thing I've noticed is it seems to be decently hard to come back from... Like the healers are so good, I've noticed, against like Songhai. Because they basically have to kill them. And then that's it. They have to. And like right here, if she attacks me, that's 11 damage because I would take 6 and then 5 more, and then he would go back up to 17. Such a solid card. He really thinks a lot on his turns. And there I go. And that's pretty much going to be game. I realized here there was nothing I was going to be able to do. And I believe I end up just conceding and letting him know that he has bested me. Oh, wait, no. Because he didn't have Blast, so I wasn't dead quite yet. Because, you know, I mean, yeah, if he has Third Wish in his hand, I'm screwed. I said well played here because... I said well played earlier when that turn first started because I was like, I'm dead. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I might be able to survive. I made a little sad face. Went ahead and healed up, threw out the Viper, and just crossed my fingers and went, come on, no Third Wish. No Third Wish, please. That was basically what was happening at this point in time. This is a Viper, right? Scarlet Viper. Okay, I just want to make sure that I wasn't calling that the wrong thing. It is a Viper. Another healer, and that's that right there is going to most likely seal the game, because he would have to reveal her back, and even then I would take 5 damage if she died, etc., etc. Killing Edge, not horrible. Yeah, see, I only had 12 damage this turn. So, sadly, the last healer, because I have the 6 here, you know, this is 2 more, and then the Killing Edge is 4 more, which puts me at 12. So I had no choice but to do this. But then I thought maybe I could stay alive, but I forgot that this Jaxie could kill me. So I need to kill this, and as long as he doesn't have a charge minion or blast, I can at least hold on a little bit longer. He makes a sad face though. So I was like, okay, good, I can stay alive one more turn. He made a sad face. He obviously can't kill me yet. But no. Saber Spine Tiger. And that's the first game. Goes to Scaryball. It didn't end close, but it was definitely close in the sense that there was a point in time where we were doing super, super good, and then there was a point in time where he was doing super, super, super good. So we lost that one, so move on to the second game, and see if we can even the score and get an ace match. Right, here we are in the second match of the best of 3. Now this opening hand is okay. I think I might have thrown back the Mechanictor Warbeast, I'm not entirely sure. Since I know I'm just going to play the Young Silthar, and the Warbeast is pretty useful, I went ahead and held on to it. Now here it's having a really hard time thinking of what I should recycle, if anything. Oh, let me open this up for you guys. I went ahead and figured I would just develop my board a little bit, get the Vindicator out there, hit him for 2 damage to maybe force him to... See, now I don't know if hitting them there was the right thing. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have hit him. Should have left my minion there to maybe block him off a little bit. The Siphon Energy, Siphon Soul or Siphon Energy? Siphon Energy, I don't know why I say Siphon Soul all the time. Siphon Energy is definitely going to put a huge damper on our plans, but we'll see. And when he moved it back like that, you obviously know right away what's going to happen. And so this is where I learned a lesson that maybe this attack is wrong, is because now it's an egg, right? If I hadn't attacked him, this still would have had 1 health, and I could have egg morphed this, and then walked over and popped the egg. And I wasn't able to because of that move. So, and now that the Vindicator doesn't have its abilities anymore, and it's just a 1/3, it's basically worthless. It's only good for popping eggs and picking up something with 1 health, possibly in the future. So we're just going to trade hits and move on. Now he already got another 3rd wish, so that was really rough for us. And this is really my fault for making a line here. Mechanictor Warbeast would have been amazing here. Sadly, I can't get to the crystal. Also, I need to get rid of the 3rd wish. And again, I'm stuck without a board. And everyone knows Magmar has to have a board. It's very important. So I'm basically using the eggs right now as a really expensive D-spell. Because you have to think about Siphon Soul, right, is 0. Or Siphon Energy is 0, and Egg Morph is 4. So it's really inefficient for us to be spending all of our mana just to use Egg Morph as a dispel. And that's really unfortunate for us. Really unfortunate for us. Another Oculus. Luckily, even with the +1, if I summon a Mechanictor Warbeast, it would still die because its health will go up to 4. Which is what I'm hedging on right here. We're both decently low. So this match is pretty close so far. Mechanictor Warbeast is such a good card for trying to come back on the board. I was really scared here though, because if he summons something behind me, I won't be able to get a good AoE here, because I won't be able to back up and then put Mechanictor Warbeast. But he didn't summon anything behind me, so that allows me to back up and throw down the Warbeast. 2 flashes in hand, not the greatest, though. If I flash Warbeast and then flash Emerald Rejuvenator, I can not only clear his area, but I can heal a little bit. which is going to be important because if he has more buffs in his hand, I don't want to be taking tons and tons of damage. So I went ahead and went for the healing here. I probably should have played the Rejuvenator more aggressively. I don't know why I threw her back here. Because even if he had Blast, it doesn't matter if she's here or back here. And if I had the Emerald Rejuvenator in front of me and he had to attack it, that's just damage on him. So this was really bad placement by me. I think my thought process was I didn't want to play her here so that if he third wished this again, he couldn't just walk over and blow it up. But it doesn't make a difference because he still could have killed it with this minion. It's not like he can only third wish the Primus Fist. So that was just poor thinking on my part. I'll just curse those and then finish her off. Now we can do 5 damage of Rush right here, but that's not amazing. Like, you know, comes out Twilight Sorcerer. Twilight Sorcerers are also hard to remove, being 3/6s and all of that. Another Dream Gazer. Now he hard casts this one because of course he can't afford to take the damage. Mystic is okay. Not really what I wanted. Went ahead and just threw down the Spirit Harvester. And the reason why I didn't put this one aggressively is because I didn't want this to get buffed and then just kill it. I kind of want to protect it as much as possible. Though I should have put it back here because he had no minion that could get blast and hit this row. So again, that's more bad placement. This is why watching replays of yourself is so important. Because again, my thought process was I can't make a straight line because that's bad. But in doing so, I put a minion in an unsafe place. Granted, I guess he could have played the Tiger and third wished it anyways. So in the end, it didn't matter. I probably would have gotten messed up either way. And now this is my biggest problem, is this Twilight Sorcerer right here. Because if I play the Spirit Harvester, I still can't do anything about this. So my only hope is to just do whatever I can to clear his board up and try to get some kind of control back. I need this to be as low as possible. I just need him to not have anything. Oh, here you can see, this is the change that I made to the deck. So, even with Flash Incarnation, I've been noticing that the Elder Silthars are I'm recycling them a lot on my turns, and I'm only really casting them if I have board control or it's super, super, super late game. And a lot of times, even if it's super late game, you know, other minions are still super good value. So I am experimenting with just having 2 Red Senias in the deck. And so far, she's putting in a lot of work. She's been going very, very well. Especially since she gets immediate value, since I can play her, hit something, and then she can remove something else, etc. And you can usually, you know, hopefully cast her somewhere where she's going to hit what you want her to hit. Now, it's looking like this turn, I'm basically going to be forced to Metamorphosis, simply for the sake of dealing with this, of basically dispelling the 6/3. So this Metamorphosis, it'll dispel this, it'll let me kill the 4/6. If only I had Flash Incarnation that turn, it would have been amazing, but sadly I did not. Now, Macantor Warbeast, like, our hand is very good right now. The Earth Sphere is probably the weakest card in our hand because we've been able to keep our health relatively high, and while, sure, they kind of have burst in the deck, it's not super horrible. Another Twilight Sorcerer. So now we're in a really rough position. There's the Flash Incarnation that I wanted a while ago. Granted, it doesn't really matter that I got it now, because even if we had wiped his board last turn, he got some good value here. I believe Macantor Warbeast is probably my best bet. Like Macantor and then Innervate out the Shaman, maybe. Although I think here I might actually Innervate the Macantor Warbeast, since they usually die anyways. Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Huh. Oh, that's right. This got +1/+1, so it didn't die. So I was forced also to take 5 damage there, which is really unfortunate. This is dead. But he still has so many big threats. So looking back at this replay, I think the right turn there was to cast the Twilight Sorcerer first to see if I could get Metamorph. And if I don't get Metamorph, to then Flash Incarnate the Mycantor Warbeast, because they usually die anyways. So I think having a healthy 3/6 on the board, maybe like up here, would be way better than only having these two really low minions and me at 12 health. I could have saved myself 4 HP and my Rejuvenator 2 HP as well by doing that play first. So that was definitely a big mistake, I think, that I did. And having these two mini Jexies on the battlefield is a really rough time for us. Another third wish. I don't even know how many third wishes that is at this point. But at this point, I mean, I'm looking pretty dead, you know? I'm not sure what I can do to get away from this. He's just kind of going all in on me at this point. The only thing that can save me here is what I'm about to do, and that is I just have to flat board wipe and kind of reset everything. And like again here, I should have played this up here, because if he has something with charge that he can give third wish to, if he even has any third wishes left, you know, I don't know how many he's played already at this point. This should be up here, so that it's more aggressive. Because I need to be putting pressure on if I'm going to do anything. And he siphoned it anyways, so it was just bad placement. I did a lot of really bad positioning in this game. And when we started healing, like, I was just like, oh shit. Like at this point, I'm pretty dead. Play the Sorcerer here. Hope that I can get something useful. I got Egg Morph, which isn't great. Here I'm just trying to survive, so I Egg Morphed the 4/4, just so that if it got blast, it couldn't kill me, and I could try to eke out just one more turn and see if I can draw into something that's gonna somehow save me. Maybe my last Mycantor Warbeast. I believe I've used 2 at this point. And even that wouldn't necessarily save me, but it would be better than nothing, you know. If I could have got out like an early Archon Spellbinder, that would have also been great, but I did not. I did not get that, sadly. More healing, so now he's almost full health. Which is like, aw, man. I don't think the tides have ever... I don't think the tide's turned. I feel like I've always been on the back foot, but things haven't been going great, that's for sure. And again, I have to board control as much as I can. That's the only way I'm going to accomplish anything. Give myself a little bit of health. Give myself a little more health. Now this, I probably should have spawned back here, just to impede anything from being able to walk down into this row and blow me up. But I did not do that. And if he has anything with blast, I mean I'm screwed if he has third wish at all because of my bad positioning. And as you probably could have guessed, he does have third wish again. And that's gonna be game. Right there. So we went 0-2, but that's okay. The first viewer battle, I went 2-0, so it's only natural that I go 0-2. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the viewers of this show could destroy me. And here was some proof. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this viewer battle. I definitely enjoyed playing it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.